What's going on, everybody? It's TheNidien, and I'm bringing you some Battlefield Bad Company 2 gameplay. Little Conquest this time. We've switched things up a little bit. The rush modes lately and the squad death matches lately have been filled with recon users that don't really know how to play recon and don't really know how to... it just seems they don't really know how to play Battlefield. I see a lot of new players, a lot of really, really low ranks. I think a lot of people are starting to pick up the game a little bit. While it's real cheap to get a feel for the Battlefield 3 before it hits and get used to the controls and everything else. So I'm not really sure because I've run into experienced players that just act like they've never played the game before. So we'll see. Either way, I decided to switch over to Conquest and get into a mode where it kind of keeps people moving on a consistent basis. And it's just nothing but, 7 or 8 snipers up on a hill picking people off and never going after the objective. It's just kind of sad to see. Especially in an objective-based game, what are you going to do? But either way, this might be possibly the last Battlefield Bad Company 2 gameplay on my channel. I'm not exactly sure yet. We'll see, unless something game-breaking and an absolute horrible thing goes wrong with Battlefield 3. This is probably going to be my last Battlefield Bad Company 2 gameplay because I'm going to have my hands full with Battlefield footage and gameplay for the next couple years. And yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. I may go back to this maybe during a live stream or something, get a little bit of a nostalgic value if people want to see that. And if the game is still popular enough to get in any games once Battlefield 3 releases, which is another, one of those side effect things. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, there's so many games coming out that I'm going to have my hands full anyways between. This is the list of games I'm picking up. I'm picking up Battlefield 3, Modern Warfare 3, Skyrim. Star Wars just got a release date. I got the email today, so I'm definitely picking up, and it's at the end of this year. So I'll let you guys, I'll talk about that in a second though. Diablo 3 if it releases at the end of this year, and probably Dark Souls. For those of you that don't know what Dark Souls is, I'm not sure if a lot of you guys have ever played Demon Souls, but Demon Souls was an RPG that was very, very unforgiving. The difficulty level was mind-boggling, but it's one of those games that just keeps you drawn in, and it's like so unforgiving that when you actually do get to a boss battle and you do something right and you get past a certain aspect of the game, it's that much more rewarding, and it's just an overall really, really, really good game. I know it's really heavy popular over in Japan and China due to some of it being grindiness, but it's like infinite difficulty levels. Like you can just keep going and going and going and playing the game over, and every time you start it over, the difficulty level keeps going up, and it's for infinite. So you could honestly play that game forever. And so that's what I'm going to be picking up instead of Rage because they come out both those days. So I'm going to go for Dark Souls instead of Rage. And I'll get you some gameplay on that. Hopefully, we'll see how bad I screw up and if I can even get worthy gameplay for you guys to watch instead of me just dying over and over and over and over and over and over again. I kind of got that feel of Demon Souls, so I kind of know how to take it slow and upgrade when you can, first and foremost, and go from there. So we'll see. But that's the game. That's the list of games I'm going to be playing up. So I'm going to have, just a monstrous stack of games to play with, and I know I've been talking about it in the past and everything else that I need to get some order to this channel. It kind of really never happens. It's still pretty random. Like 1 minute you'll get a free-to-play MMO, 1 minute you'll get Homefront, 1 minute you'll get Battlefield. And a lot of that's due to being in this transition between new games. Because for a while, I mean, there was nothing coming out that I even thought about picking up. Now, there's a stack of games all within 2 months that I'm thinking about picking up. So I'm working the overtime. I'm digging deep. I'm looking through my games of which games I'm going to return and get back just for a little bit of more money and all this and that. And I'm just going to go pay off a bunch of them this next week once I get paid and go from there. But man, I do need to get some order to this channel, and that's what I'm going to start with. I sat down and started thinking about it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition Military Monday, which I know I've kind of fallen short on, and I apologize to you guys about that. But I'm going to transition Military Monday into Modern Warfare Monday. So on my channel, once Modern Warfare hits, every Mondays, you guys are going to know that there's a Call of Duty game, Call of Duty video coming your way. Wednesdays are going to be Battlefield days. Nothing but Battlefield on Wednesdays. And then Friday, I'm either going to do a video on like my RPG MMO. I'm going to do a video on Dark Souls, a video on Skyrim, or a video on Star Wars. And then Saturday and Sunday, if I get a chance to do a video, which most likely will be, it'll just be randomness. It'll just be that game I was feeling at the moment and wanted to play and bring you guys another video on, or whatever, something spectacular happens in a game and I just need to show you guys. So that's going to be the set rule, so to speak, on my channel, if you want to put it like that, just to get some order so everybody knows what's coming and when it's coming. So if you're not a Battlefield fan and you're a Call of Duty fan, you know your video is going to be on Monday. And if you're not a Call of Duty fan but a Battlefield fan, you got Wednesday and all that other stuff. And hopefully you guys are fans of everything, because that's why, you know, I play everything. So hopefully you guys are all fans of everything and like to see a bunch of different stuff. And that's that as far as that goes. Now, I've been following this Star Wars The Old Republic for a long time now, and they're finally releasing it. I got the thing today. It's coming out on September 20th for those of you guys that are going to be looking forward to it as well, and we're thinking about picking it up. We'll see how many numbers this really digs into on the World of Warcraft side, because let's be honest, Star Wars is huge. There's people that buy the video game and will play it simply because it's Star Wars. They don't care if it's MMO, they don't care, and they only play Star Wars. There's just a big fascination around Star Wars. But that's what I'm going to be playing, and you're going to see me starting out as a Sith Inquisitor and go from there. I'm not exactly sure what all they can do at the moment. I've been kind of keeping track on it, kind of keeping that, because I like to get into a character and learn it and not let it be a little bit of a mystery. But that's what I'm going to start out as a Sith Inquisitor, for those of you guys that are wondering, and go from there. But I'm really stoked about that. And hopefully Blizzard will announce that Diablo 3 is going to be at the end of this year sometime too, because I know they were really pushing for 2011 release dates. And, you know, people have been waiting for that game for years as well. So we'll see what's going on. That'll be, you know, there's just too many games, not enough time, and not enough money. You know, the problems in life. So that's what I got for you guys, and that's where everything's going. So enjoy the Conquest game, I hope. It was pretty fun. It was kind of a mess. There was a couple guys in this game that were camp, and they'd always be in the same spot. So I kind of figured it out, and I'd always go back, kill them, and then 30 seconds later they'd be running or at the same spot. Go back and kill them. Don't be that guy. I don't understand why people insist on doing it. And after about the 5th or 6th or 10th death, you'd figure they'd figure it out. But I'm actually, I haven't been excited about, I usually don't get excited about video game releases. It's just like, okay, this game's coming out, I'm going to go pick it up. I play it, I have fun, but I've never been like really stoked about it. And now, you know, I'm getting that feeling back of, you know, when I was younger and got to go to the store and my dad let me get a game, and you know, you're just looking at the cover the whole way home and you're reading the manual, even though we all know that. How many manuals do people have? That's a thing. Here's my question for you guys for the day. How many of you guys actually read the manual? I know I haven't opened up a manual in probably years. I pull the disc out, I put it in. First thing I do when I get into a game, I hit every button to make sure I know what it does, and off I go. And it could be Skyrim and Dark Souls might be one of those games I need to read the manual on, because those are one of those games you don't want to get too far into and then forget to push a button that you should have known about and all this and that. So Skyrim and Dark Souls, like I said, might be those games, but every other game I just throw the manual aside. They shouldn't even bother with the paper cost. Save a couple 100,000 trees on book manuals, and just don't even ship one. Let people download the manual online if you really want a manual, is what I think these guys should do. Go green, baby. But that's what I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm looking forward to it, and you can expect Battlefield 3 beta gameplay coming your way in T-minus 3 days. So as always, guys, have a great day. Peace.